Happy Monday, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it's time for a Facebook Live. Let's see if I can get the computers going. We're all ready to go. So I hope you had a fabulous weekend. We did. Don't know that we did anything special, but we made it through another week, didn't we? Oh, we did do something. Was part of the Global Inspiration Stamp Team hop on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So that kept me pretty busy. And Sunday I just rested. So that must be why I forgot what I had done. Well, we're going to use this Coneflower celebrations today. I had posted some cards made with it before. And I thought I'd show you how you can use this. You can use it as the stamps and then die cut that, or you can use the die and cut out the flower and it embosses it, and I'll show you how that works. It has belated birthday, thank you, it's your day, sorry I missed your special day, let's extend the celebration. I like that. I love that I've known you for so many birthdays. I like that too. And it has coordinating dies. So it has the leaves, the stem, the butterfly. This you can use to make a border for your card. The die that cuts the flowers. And then it has this that I just wasn't real sure what it was until I played with it. But it lets you make an image on the flower on your card that opens up, and you can put your sentiment on the inside. When I'm looking at that, you could almost let that be a butterfly, couldn't you? So we'll see how that works for us. So we're just going to do the die cut flowers. We're not going to stamp. I need to do the stamped one next time. And the leaves and the stems. So we got a lot to do of die cutting today. I already have one of the I don't know, the centerpiece of a flower cut out from another time. So we're going to cut 2 of these. See which one here I need. Yeah, we're going to cut 2 of these, and then we're going to cut 1 of this. I think we can get that through at the same time, and then cut our second one with the petals extra. Line that up on the plate. Now this really cuts pretty nicely. This will be our first layer of petals. Now you see how that cuts it and, kind of scores it for you. It gives it a lot of texture. So we need 1 more of these. So better help it out a little more. Here we go. Put that up. Now you'll see how this works when you get it out. It has a crease there, so we can have a flower that opens up. And then we have our petals. Now we're going to die cut the stem and the leaves, but I'm going to put the adhesive sheets on the back of the old olive because I think it'll make it easier to adhere the leaves to our card. And I'll just fold that up so it doesn't stick to my plates. And we'll do the same for the stem. Sometimes when you have these tiny die cut pieces and you try to use Tombow, they kind of stick to the ink oozes out. I think we can fudge on that a little bit. And we'll run those through. Now we're just going to do all of them since we have a big enough piece of cardstock. I love using adhesive sheets. I just tend to forget that I have them though. They make putting all your little pieces on your card so much easier. All those little chads out. I have seen these coneflowers made in so many colors. I should take a picture. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll remember. One of the houses I walk by in the morning when I go for my walk has a whole bunch of coneflowers in red and yellow, orange. I think some of them are purple or pink. I give you ideas of what kind of flowers you can make. Of course, these look cute like they are, but we're gonna distress them to give them a little more color. So we'll start with Azure Afternoon. I love this color. It's, you know, I like bright colors. And we don't have to worry about getting it up on the top part because we're going to cover that up. So we just want to drag that color I'll do this. That one. And we'll go ahead and put a little on here because you're going to be able to see some of this. So, while we've got ink going here, we'll go ahead and do our leaves. We'll just do the cut, the ones that show the veins. I'm going to drag that color up from the bottom. We can put a little bit on our stem so it will have that, a little shading on it also. Okay. Oh, we got to do our little brown one, our top of our coneflower. So this is pecan pie. We'll add a little ink to that one. Okay, so now see, this is so easy, so we're going to be putting this together pretty quick. Now we want our petals to look fluffy, so we'll take our bone folder and just work them a little. You don't want to break the fibers quite so much. It's really just add that dimension. And now we're ready to go there. So I'm going to adhere this one first with Tombow. You see, that's why you put the ink there, so that it shows through. Now we'll put this on with dimensionals, the second layer. And you want to kind of line up your petals so they're variegated, or I'm not real sure on it. So just turn it a little and Now you'll take your snips and trim off whatever shows there. It's pretty thick, 2 pieces of paper. There we go. And now we can put our center on there. That'd look pretty if your center was that yellow, the new Darling Duckling. But I think most coneflowers are darker brown. Now we have a flower card. I guess that's what we'll call this. We want it to, I don't want to, so it opens up and there's your flower. I'm going to trim that a little bit so it looks a little bit better. Should have thought about that when I was struggling cutting 2 layers. That looks better. Now we've got, and I went ahead and cut this one. Just cut one of the basic white and we can put that in there, and that is where we will stamp our put our sentiment. So I'm going to stamp that one. Make sure you don't do that upside down like I was trying to do. And I'm going to put Celebrating You. Leave enough room for your signature message. We can go ahead and put that inside. There's our flower. We need to get our card put together. Because this technically is our card, I'm just doing a 1-layer card base. I'm going to turn that off there. So just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is a piece of DSP from the Everyday Skies, and I thought that kind of looked pretty with it. I thought about using that, but it's a little busy, so we'll put this on. And then I die cut this from the Textured Notes. Yeah, Textured Notes dies. And that's going to go there. Our card will go here. Let's turn it this way. Let's see. And we'll, yeah. And we're going to stamp It's Your Day over here. So I want to stamp that before I put everything down so I'll know. Well, so if I mess it up, I can get another piece of paper. Let's see how that looks pretty straight. let's go ahead. I think we'll go ahead and put this on here. I don't know if I should use dimensionals or not. Let's do it. We'll put some dimensionals. Since it's one layer, we can give it a little more oomph by using the dimensionals. I think that's all of them. Try to line that up the best I can. Sometimes I think they're straight until I go to take a picture of them and they're pretty crooked, so. All right, we're gonna put this on with Tombow. Actually, I think we might use a little bit of Karen tape too, just to make sure, since it's going to be open and shut, we want it to be pretty secure. A little combination of both Tombow and Terran tape. Don't want to go over the edge because I think some of it's going to hang off there. Okay, now we can put our stem on here. Fingernails are not working today. And let's, lost one of our branch pieces here. We'll find it in a minute. So we've got this one. I lose stuff when it's right in front of me. There, it's upside down, so we can't see it. I think that could use a little more green on there. We're gonna add some more old olive. Sometimes it's hard to decide how much ink is enough. or too much. I think that looks a little better. Gosh, I don't have any bling picked out here. We might have to find some pearls or something. Oh look, that worked good since I left no adhesive there. That was a happy accident. See if I can slide that in there. There. Oh, we can't cover up our words. Yeah. We'll get it. We'll make it work there. I think those, there we go. I want it to be a little where you can see more of it, but not peeking out there. That's it. That looks much better. Now, do we have any blue? I don't think so. So maybe we could color some. I have used these the other day, so I have a few left over. Let's color a few of them. So you can use your blends. And it dries pretty quick. Oh, that looks just right. Pretty color. Okay, so here's our card. Hopefully, whoever receives this will know to pick up the little flower and see their message. Pretty easy peasy, isn't it? I like the way this came out. Well, thanks for joining me for this very quick card today, and I will see you next time. I'm